Learn from your sister who sends us $4,000 every month, you ungrateful daughter." My mother's voice cut through the silence of the dining room like a blade. I was halfway through explaining why I hadn't called last week when she said it. My fork froze mid-air. My father slammed his hand against the table. "Don't try to steal your sister's accomplishments. If you're jealous, then stop the payments yourself." The irony almost made me laugh. Almost. Because the truth was, that money, every cent of it, was mine. But I didn't say it, not right away. I looked at my sister, seated across from me. She didn't flinch, didn't deny it, just kept eating, her eyes fixed on her plate like she'd earned the right to stay silent. That was when I knew. This wasn't a misunderstanding. This was a theft, a long, deliberate one. It started a year ago. When my sister, Mira, lost her job, I offered to help her rebuild. I'd just gotten promoted, started earning well. She was family. I told her I'd send money to help our parents with bills, and she could handle the transfers since she lived closer. At first, she thanked me, said I was saving them from ruin, said she'd never forget it. But then the calls from my parents changed. They started thanking her, telling her how proud they were. I brushed it off. Maybe it was just confusion. I told myself I didn't need credit, that love wasn't measured in recognition. Until the meeting tonight, when my mother's words turned gratitude into accusation. After dinner, I drove home in silence. My phone buzzed. Mira's message. "Sorry about earlier. Mom just doesn't understand things sometimes. Don't make it awkward." That line, "don't make it awkward," was her way of saying, "don't expose me." I read it twice, then I deleted it. That night, I didn't sleep. I replayed every memory, her borrowing my laptop, her asking for my online banking password just to check if the payment went through, her saying, "I'll keep receipts for transparency." Transparency. The word burned. So I opened my laptop, logged in, and there it was, months of transfers. All to the same account name, Mira. She hadn't sent a cent to our parents. She'd rerouted everything. $4,000 a month. For 10 months. $40,000. Gone. I didn't confront her. Not yet. Rage makes you sloppy. Revenge needs precision. I started quietly. First, I contacted the bank, explained that my account had been compromised by someone close to me. They froze it. Then I opened a new one under a different branch, one she couldn't access. Next, I called my parents, told them my work situation had changed, so payments would have to pause for a while. My mother sighed in disappointment, muttering something about how my sister would keep things running. Perfect. I waited. A month later, my father called. His tone was different this time, tight, uneasy. "Your sister said she's been having financial trouble. She couldn't send the money this month. Do you know anything about it?" I smiled, though he couldn't see it. "No, Dad, maybe you should ask her." By the second month, they were panicking. Mira had told them her client didn't pay. By the third, she started calling me. Texts, voicemails, apologies layered with excuses. "I messed up, okay? I needed it at the time. I'll pay it back, I swear. Don't tell them, please." But silence was my weapon now. I didn't answer. 3 months later, the family called a meeting again. Same table, same cold plates. But this time, my parents weren't angry with me. They were furious with her. My father's voice thundered across the room. "We found your messages. You said you were sending money from your business, but you were using your sister's account." Mira's face crumpled. I was going to fix it, I stepped in. Calm, controlled. "Dad, Mom, let her explain." She looked at me, eyes wide, pleading. She thought I was going to save her. I met her gaze and said, "The transfers stopped the moment I changed my account. Funny coincidence, isn't it?" Silence. Heavy, humiliating silence. My mother's hand trembled over her teacup. My father turned away. Mira tried to speak, but the words never came. That was when she realized I hadn't just taken back the money. I'd taken back her illusion. After that night, the family group chat went quiet. No messages, no calls. But last week, my mother texted me privately. "We didn't know, dear. You've always been the reliable one." It wasn't an apology. It was an admission. The kind parents give when shame finally outweighs pride. I didn't reply. Some vindications don't need acknowledgement. Sometimes I think about how easy it was for her to take what was mine. Easier still for everyone to believe her. But I learned something in that silence. That justice doesn't always come from confrontation. Sometimes it comes from absence. When you take away the